Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. As you can see, today I'm alone. I'm not with Andrew because I want to speak about exactly how I personally dealt with miscarriage, so I can say some few tips so I can help someone who's going through the same thing. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you so much guys for all the messages and for all the kind words, and some of you sharing your personal stories with me. You know, I was actually just crying for the pain that most of you went through as well. You know, miscarriage is not an easy thing to deal with. It's especially for the first time. You know, you don't know. I don't mean that like for the second time you get used to the pain. You don't get used to the pain of losing someone or losing something that you love. It's really difficult. So how I dealt with it, if you haven't watched the other video, basically on the 6th of January this year, I found out that I was pregnant, and I was excited, and I was like, whoa, because my plan, or our plan, Andrew and I, were just like, okay, towards the date of our wedding, we want to start trying. So that's what we did. And but we didn't really like just have pressure. We're just doing something that could eventually get us pregnant, like not using contraceptives. So after that, I think in January, like in the beginning, like I missed my periods. So when I missed my periods, I started having cramps, and I didn't know, and I checked, I googled, they're like, oh, there's a symptoms of pregnancy. Like maybe after 2 or 3 days, I took a pregnancy test, and after checking out the pregnancy test, I found out that I was, the first pregnancy test actually, one line was fainted, so it didn't tell me exactly whether I'm pregnant or not. And I read on that pregnancy test, they say it's best to take your pregnancy test in the morning. Then the following day I took the pregnancy test again, and it was positive, and I was excited. I was like, whoa, let me go buy another one. Like I literally wanted to buy the clear blue one that's gonna tell you how many weeks, even though I personally use this app called Flow. So basically Flow is an app that shows you when your periods are coming and when are your fertile days and a possible day for you to ovulate. So if you are trying to conceive, you could start conceiving or having sex on the right day, so you can have high chance of conceiving. So Flo did tell me when I found out that I'm pregnant, because you have to just change it to you are pregnant. You need to tell the app that you're pregnant. So it basically told me that I think it says I was 6 weeks pregnant. And so I was like thinking, okay, let me still buy the clear blue pregnancy test that's gonna tell me how many weeks, but I bought the wrong one anyway. So that one that he didn't tell me, it was just digital, but he didn't tell me. And then the following day I told Andrew, and Andrew and I just used to drink our wine. I remember that day he bought a wine. He's like, let's drink wine. I'm like, no, I don't want wine. I'm trying to detox because I wanted it to be special. And based on the app, it also tells you when is the baby due. So basically it was saying the baby's due on Andrew's birthday in September this year. So I was so excited. I was like, this was my plan. Oh my god, it's so exciting. And after I told him it's exciting, and 2 weeks went by, and just a week before I could go on my first appointment, it's when I started having cramps and the miscarriage happened. I remember when it was happening, I was very much in denial, and I just like, oh my god, hopefully it's just a mistake, hopefully it's just I'm bleeding, or I'm just having pain, everything's gonna be fine. And I remember when the doctor said, we need to give you a medication that's gonna clean everything out, and I was like, no, I don't want it, because in my heart I was just believing that maybe I could save the baby or something. And the doctor was like, we can't let you leave the hospital without that. So they didn't give me the choice, because I read on the internet say most hospitals actually give you the choice if you want them to clean you immediately or not, or you want it to happen naturally. So they didn't give me the choice because the doctor was very persistent, and I was so sad, and I was like, okay, fine. And I felt like at that moment it was just the reality, but still part of me was just in denial. I was just numb to the pain. it took me time. I didn't like, I think I only cried when I talked to the other friend of Andrew who's a doctor, just telling him. But I was just trying, I don't know, I was trying to be strong. I was in denial, and Andrew and I kept on just like trying to make jokes or just not talk about it, or we'll talk about it but not in an emotional way. The following day, Andrew definitely took a day off. So personally, I feel like it's very important also to have a supportive partner that's gonna be there for you and mourn with you and kind of try to understand what you're going through. Obviously, he is also going through something, but I feel like the pain that a woman goes through and a man goes through is a bit different, because you as a woman, you're the one who experienced, you know, or who was carrying the baby, and you went through the pain as well. Because like the pain that I went through, it was like 2 times the pain of my periods, going on my periods. And I don't take well the pain of my periods since then, because it always reminds me of the day of miscarriage. I don't know if that makes sense. But I try to be strong. And I think what was like very helpful for me, the second thing that helped me was also just talking to the family, especially because Andrew's mom also went through the miscarriage. She was very understanding and she was very supportive, and talking to my mom and talking to my sister. My sister also went through the miscarriage as well. And I have these 2 close friends of mine who went through miscarriages, not even one, more than one. So talking to them, it was very, very helpful. Like I felt like they understand and I'm not alone, because sometimes when you go through a miscarriage, you do feel very alone, to be honest. Like personally, there's a time where I felt very alone, because there's a time where Andrew left, went overseas. I think went to Australia for work for like a week, a few days, I don't know. And I was alone. I think that's the time reality hit for me, because that's the time when I really cried and I was praying and I felt alone. And I would just write, like I would have this pain and I would just write down, I'm like, today it hurts so bad, I lost my baby or whatever. Like, you know, sometimes that helped me because I didn't want to be in denial anymore. You know, I accepted and I dealt with the pain through crying. No one should tell you that you shouldn't cry, because even one of my friends like, you should cry as much as you want, you know, and crying helps. It does help. For me, it does help. I feel better when I cry, you know. That helped me as well to just able to get through it and just have people that you can pray with as well. If you're a religious person, it does help, you know. And I think also what helped me the most is that at that moment when I lost the baby, when I had a miscarriage, it's like something was born within me. I had this courage within me. I had this drive, because every time personally over the years, if I go through hard times, I try to turn that negative thing into positive. For me, I just started like my passion to do events started growing. So I just had this, I don't know how to explain, this power that I need to go for it and do my events company and start doing events. And because I already loved it and I was just doing it for myself for a year and a half. I mean, even planning the wedding, having the help of one of the best wedding planners, you know, it made me to understand and to learn about the business. So I just decided, okay, I'm gonna start like putting my energy into my new business. So since then, I just like started working and working and working. I feel like for me, when I work, I become more happy. So that helped me to get over what I was going through, or to be positive and just like, you know what, I need to just start eating healthy. I need to just exercise. And I haven't even been exercising the way I want to, but I think that's what I'm gonna even go back into, to exercise, because you feel very good after exercising, you know. So that's one thing you should try to do. And going out, for me, I don't really like going out. I personally love being at home, which is weird. Yeah, but for me, it's just like, as long as I'm working, I'm very happy. I get joy by working, because I feel like with whatever work I want to do, I want to see smiles on people's faces. You know, when you do an event and you see someone, you make them so happy because the event that you put together was so beautiful. That for me, that's everything, you know. It's like I'm living my life purpose, you know. So that was something that helped me to get over the whole miscarriage thing, you know. I mean, it's really hard, it's not easy, but it's possible. I mean, there will be days definitely you would cry about it. It's normal and it's okay. Don't ever feel like if you're crying about it, you didn't get over it, you know. No, I think the most important thing is for you not to just sit and be sad. It's for you to just like do things, you know, and say, I'm doing it for my baby, and my baby is watching over me. And yeah, make a difference in someone's life, you know. Do some kind things, you know, anything you could do to make a difference out there, you know. So just keep yourself busy and just be positive. Don't give up that you won't fall pregnant again. Definitely God will bless you. And I think I would do another video. I'll try to ask one of my friends to, because her story is more interesting, because I don't know how. I wish she can say yes and she come and speak and do an interview, I mean a sit down video with me, because what happened is that they had like, I think 2 or 3 miscarriages, but they found out that there was some medical problem that I won't explain. It would be nice if she explained better, but doing the test, it helped to find out what was causing the miscarriage. So probably we can do videos how to prevent miscarriages. I know other miscarriages you can't prevent, but others you can, medically wise, because in the time we're living in, the science is amazing, you know, doctors able to do things. So I think it'll be really lovely if she can say yes to have a sit down and explain her experience, able to help other people, because in the hospital they were saying they can't do any tests to find out what's wrong. They just think you have to have miscarriage for like 3 times. That's where they can do proper tests. Those are other things that are not nice, you know. But yeah, it's maybe it's better to have 3 miscarriages than having 8 miscarriages, because I've seen other people sending me that they had 8 miscarriages or whatever. If there's something that it can help, you know, not to have 8 miscarriages, I think in the next video we can talk about that, you know, how to try and decrease miscarriage. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for your support and your love that I've seen on Instagram, that I've seen here on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Andrew and I are very thankful, and we're very, very like saying we're very thankful actually. I will try to do a lot of sit down videos. It's just a bit intimidating for the first time, because I'm always used to have Andrew by my side. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you know other ways how to deal with miscarriage, you can put your advices in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I want to be consistent on YouTube, and I think it's possible. So thank you guys for watching. Love you.